big of a deal is mobile? Well, it's a bit of an open question, really, and it's one that I'm going to try and demonstrate to you in visually if I can. So, no doubt, anybody who has spent any time on railway stations or airports or supermarkets or standing in line for anything will come across scenes like you can see here. I mean, I don't know what this guy thinks he's looking at, and no doubt he should be staring at a screen intently. But this has become absolutely commonplace now. You know, mobile has become really pervasive. This technology has become really pervasive that we're all really seemingly drawn to. And if you don't believe me, just on the back of this one photo, I'm just going to ask a couple of questions here. And again, type yes if this is the answer. So I'm going to ask each question individually, and if you type yes in that box, that would be great. So how many of you keep your phone by your bed? What do we think? The people we've got in the room? Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
Yeah.
Right, okay. How many of you use your phone? How many of you use your phone as an alarm? So it's the thing that you wake up to. Jackie, you don't use it as an alarm. Fair play. Yeah. Right, okay. Now, how many of you, before you put your head on your pillow each night and wake up in the morning, how many of you is your phone the first and last thing you touch before your head hits the pillow and before you wake up first thing in the morning? Yes, guilty, absolutely, right. So we can start to see that this is creeping in. I'm just going to give you this statistic here and see if this comes as a surprise to anybody. So by the end of 2013, there were more mobile devices on Earth than there were people. Now, that's quite shocking, but there are about 6.8 billion people on the planet. 4 billion of those now own a mobile phone. Right? So 6.8 billion people on the planet, 4 billion own a mobile phone. Only 3.5 billion of us own a toothbrush. So that's right, there is more people with a mobile phone now than there are with toothbrushes. And there are now more people using mobile to access the web via phones than there are by PCs. So this happened in 2013 globally and the beginning of 2014 here in the UK. So we can start to see what a really, really big deal this mobile technology and this mobile shift in communications is having. One last example from me in terms of showing you the proliferation of mobile, really. The image on the left-hand side in 2005 was from the inauguration of Pope Benedict. And we can see a photo taken from a very, very similar angle indeed. And this was the inauguration of Pope Francis in 2013. And we can just see that image on the right-hand side there is just a sea of mobile phones, and you can just about make out this one guy at the front here has even got an iPad. You know, he's not satisfied with having some sort of small device to take photos on. No, he's going to live through a large screen rather than the standard phone screen. So we can start to see visually, I suppose, and a little bit of fun, some ways in which mobile is starting to creep into our lives. And this is creating a number of problems for brands and enterprises and small businesses. How on earth do we manage to gain cut through and reach our consumers when they're in the right mindset to deal with our brands or receptive to our brand messaging if we're constantly connected to this web? And we are constantly connected. I myself, I take a lot of flights with work and I travel all over the place. And even if it's on a short flight, if I'm going to Dublin, for example, 45-minute flight, as soon as that plane lands, I'm turning the phone back off airplane mode. I'm trying to download emails, and I almost get very anxious the fact that I can't be constantly connected, even if it's for short things like flights of 45 minutes or more. So we can start to see now, again, very pervasive. We've spoken about this, but we need to be able to make sure that when we do reach our consumers, we have to reach them in the right mindset and also when they're receptive to receiving our information. And we'll talk more about that this evening.